All right. So, hi, good afternoon, Hung. Welcome to our class, LMS BIP IELTS 4A. Again, for this afternoon, I'll be your teacher, Miss Cha of Alaska English. Hung, before we proceed, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. So, I could see that you have a new haircut. You have a new haircut.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So you look great on your haircut. Now, moving into the very last topic that we are discussing about sports. So let's finish it up and let's talk about extreme sports. I'll be reading the first paragraph for you and then I will let you read the second part. So, teacher first. I believe a ban on risky sports is necessary. In fact, even when participants are well prepared and have all the right equipment to participate in these sports, the dangers are still present. This means that prohibiting all those sports can help prevent individuals from being seriously injured or having fatal consequences, which are caused by these hidden dangers. Fatal, it can cause death. Please read, Hung. I believe.
I believe that so-called extreme sports are not as dangerous as many people think. Every sport entails certain
Sir,
ele- cer-
certain.
certain elements of risk, and there should always be clear regulations and safety
Procedures.
procedures to
Minimize
mini- minimize the possibility of
accidents.
accident. People taking part in risky sport are easily required to undergo
Appropriate.
appropriate training so that the dangers can be zeroed
Zeroed.
out.
Zeroed out.
Zero.
This is dangers. All right. From that's where we get dangerous, not danger. All right. Danger. The G there sounds like J. Danger. Okay. Now let's talk about the following phrases. All right. So we have well prepared. Okay, well prepared is an adjective meaning
ready to ready and able to deal with something.
well prepared. All right, meaning you spend too much time for it. You really prepare well. From the word well, it means well prepared. You prepared, all right, accordingly. Okay. Next, we have the adjective fatal, meaning
Causing or ending with it.
in death. Death. All right. Fatal. Fatal. How about this one? What do you mean by the verb entail something?
To
To involve,
involve something that cannot be avoided.
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 All right. So to involve something that cannot be avoided, meaning to entail something, meaning um accident. No one knows about it. That's why it's called accident. No one's prepared for it, right? Cannot be avoided. We cannot. There are things that we don't have control. We don't have any control. How about this one? The phrasal verb zero something out. Appraisal verb meaning
Re-
reduce something,
reduce something to zero. Eliminate.
eliminate.
eliminate, or
or
remove entirely.
entirely, meaning
Entirely.
zero something out. It's like to be removed entirely, all of it. Zero something out. As you can imagine, zero means nothing. Something out. All right. Meaning you need to remove all of it. All right. So, how about with this one? The homework that I left you with is for you to answer this certain question. Should extreme sports be banned? Should extreme sports be banned? Why or why not? So that's your homework. Can you tell me something about your homework while teacher is looking for our all right, our new discussion for this evening.
Um, no, because extreme sport, extreme sport will help people change their abilities and
To
help
change.
people
All right. Continue. It's okay. Continue. Sorry.
and help people overcome the challenge.
Overcome the challenge. Oh, there's a correction from entail something. All right. Thank you, AC. So, AC, explain it to your native language. So, have a look. So, enable for you to understand more of it. All right. Continue. It might help
And
them. Mm.
help people overcome challenge and change their strength and help people can be um, confident with some challenge.
Confident with some challenges. Ah, so I think what you're hitting in there is the more that you are doing something extreme, it's like it's boosting your confidence because you are doing something that it's you not all the people can do it, so you can do it perfectly. So for you, it builds up confidence and also it builds strength. Okay, all right. So that's a good point. How about you? Can I ask you what are the certain sports, okay, that you're thinking of that you're willing to try? What are the string extreme sports that you are willing to try?
I think I want to try climb the mountain, uh, surfing.
Okay, surfing and all right. So that those two are quite different. Okay. So going into the mountain, so that's by land or on land, and you want to try by water, all right? So the surfing. Why surfing? Mm. What makes you like surfing?
Because I can um don't know.
You just find it interesting. You just find it cool?
Yeah.
All right. I see then. So thank you for that one. Okay, so I ask you about it because, when we say opinion, there is no right or wrong, right? Because when we say opinion, it's from your own perspective, right? Okay, so for you, you accept. Okay, so meaning it's okay for you to have, all right, to have a certain extreme sport. Okay, so as you could see, I keep on browsing because I'm looking for the PowerPoint for this evening. All right, I'm looking because I have a certain PowerPoint that will give you some questions regarding this topic. Oh, this is not the PowerPoint. Ooh, all All right. So anyway, while I'm checking on the book or the PowerPoint that I have before, let's talk about this one. The next topic will tell us something about languages. All right. So with this one, on the very first part, you're going to tell me, all right, the languages that you can speak. All right. So please read our example. My mother tongue. Hong, are you still there? I think your connection is getting a bit slow. Hong, can you hear me? Hong? AC, can you hear me?
Yes,
All right, so I think we're having troubles with Hong's connection.
I see. Just wait him for a sec.
Yeah,
Maybe that.
all right. AC, would it be okay? Can you translate this for me? Can you please tell him to reconnect the meeting?
Okay.
All right. I will let him I will put him in the waiting room and I please let him enter again. Oh, he left the meeting already. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, AC.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Hong. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
All right, there you go. I think your connection has trouble are having trouble. Am I right?
yes.
Oh, that's okay. All right. But as long as you can hear me now, that's all right. So let's proceed. Now, again, the topic that we're going to tackle next will be this one. We are now going to focus on languages. All right. So in here, the question that you need to answer is the question languages that you can speak. Okay. First, I want you to read the first part of our paragraph. Please read.
My mother talk first language is Vietnamese.
Or my
Be-
mother tongue, or, right?
or
Or
first language is Vietnamese. Besides, I can speak English at conversational level when I
conversational. Conversational.
converse. conversational level. When I speak a language, I feel like I am part of that culture. For instance,
For
when
instance, when you say for
for,
instance, it's like for example. For instance,
for instance, when I speak English, I usually get straight to the point, while the Vietnamese often peek around the bus. bus,
bush, bit around the
bus.
bush. All right.
English is
English,
English is the only for,
foreign,
for, for
foreign,
foreign language I can speak. I find learning a new language very challenging. It takes a
challenging, challenging,
challenging. challenging. It takes a decade for
decade,
me. Decade.
meaning 10 years. A decade equals 10 years. A decade. All right. It takes me 10 years. It takes me a decade. All right. For me to be, continue, sorry.
For me to be able to speak English at a conversational level, and I have never thought of learning another language. Well, I learned to speak English when I was still a primary schooler. At that time, English was the
Dominant,
dominant, dominant language spoken all over the world. Then I picked up
picked,
Chinese, picked Chinese at my at college at China become a superpower.
became, that's A.
It became a superpower.
All right, for this one. Now I remember the topic that we're going to tackle tonight because I heard you say picked. Now you remind me that I told you last time I will teach you the sounds of ed. Thank you for doing that. Okay, but this one we call this picked. All right, picked. I picked Chinese. So I'll explain you why it becomes picked. But first, let's have a look with this one. I will explain you first this before we talk about um the sounds of ed. All right. Thank you for reading. So now I'll be reading with you all the words that we have, the highlighted words or the blue words. So by definition, of course, from when we say mother tongue, mother from the word itself, mother plus tongue, all right, or first language, meaning it is the language you learn to speak first as a child. Or by definition, it is the language that you speak best. All right. So in your case, of course, what is your mother tongue? Hong. What is your mother tongue?
Vietnamese.
Of course, right? Because that is also your Kuktik. That's also your nationality. Now, at conversational level, all right, so that is a prepositional phrase that describes a speaker at conversational level can have a decent conversation about almost any topics and be able to convey his ideas to others. Conversational levels, the simple conversation, all right, that we ask one another. But when we say conversational level, actually in this one, this is also informal in a way that it doesn't apply rules, it doesn't apply anything as long as we understand one another. Okay? It doesn't mean to be perfect, but as long as we can understand each other, that is also a definition for conversational level. As long as we understand one another. Now, get straight to the point. This one right here, this is a verb phrase referring into, all right, to reach the most important or crucial part of something at once. Okay, to reach the most important or crucial part of something at once. Now, let's go with this one. We have this certain idiom, bit around the bush. All right. So in this one right here, it means to talk about something for a long time without coming to the main point. Adjective, challenging, of course, from the word itself. Difficult in an interesting way that tests your ability. Next, we have here dominant language, the language that is widely spoken. Superpower is a noun, all right? One of the countries in the world that has a very great military or economic power and a lot of influence. For example, the US, all right? Superpower. Challenging, it says by teacher, it's tutak. Tutak, challenging. All right. So how about with this one? What languages can you speak? All right. While I'm going to open our exercise in the sounds of ED, I want you to prepare a simple answer for that question. What languages can you speak? Hmm. What languages can you speak? Again, as I am opening your lesson. Hmm. Tell me when you're ready, okay?
I'm ready.
All right. Can you please tell me about it?
I can speak only Vietnamese because it's my mother tongue,
It's my
and
mother tongue.
I truly need to learn uh, another language like English, Chinese, because it's very hard with me and I'm very lazy to learn.
Oh, so for you, you're admitting you're lazy. So that's why for you, the languages, you could say that since Vietnamese is my mother tongue, so that is the language that I widely speak. You could say that. I am trying my best to learn, all right, in English, but I can speak, all right. You can speak English at a conversational level, right? Because you can still answer and comprehend some of my question. Okay. So now, moving into the one that I'm telling you about last time, I remember the word that I the lesson that I'm going to give you this for this week. All right. So you know this already, right? So what do we mean by past tense, Hong? Because you're good in grammar. What do we mean by past tense? It talks about an action that is in the
In,
already
in the past,
in the past, right? That's your clue, right? So past tense, these are the actions that already happened in the past, meaning it's already done. Here are the example. 1985, 2017, 2 years ago, last year, last month, last week, yesterday. All of them are included in the past tense because they are already done, right? Finished. Now, by definition, we have the what's so-called past simple regular. Okay. So what do we mean by past simple regular? Okay. All right. So there are three rules for this one. So we know for a fact that with this, all right, regular verbs rule number one. So the very first rule that we have is this. Please read, Hung.
to make the past tense with more regular verb act ed.
ed, right? Those are the easiest one. They are called regular verbs because all you have to do is to add ed. Watch, ed. Watched, it's already in the past. Watched. All right, we have play, add ed, played. We have the word cook, add ed, cooked, it's already in the past, right? All right, so these are the lot of verbs that you can add ed. Okay, different kind of action words. Add ed to the end of the verb. Act, acted. All right, so here are the list of words. So no need for us to read everything. It's just for you to see what are the words. Let's move to rule number 2. Please read.
If, if a regular verb ends in E, just add D.
All right, so the word itself ends in E just like B. Like. The same with love, ends in E, just add D. All right, so this is very comprehensive. We're doing it quick because it's very easy. Assemble, add D. Assembled. All right. Third rule.
If a regular verb ends in a consonant and E,
Why?
Y, take up the Y and add
I
YED.
IED. All right, so it says in here. So with this one, consonant. What are the consonant? Consonant are B, C, D, F, G, H, L, M, N, so on and so forth. So if it says consonant, so we have the consonant R and Y. You need to take off the Y, meaning remove Y and change it to I and add ed. All right. AC, I don't know if it's translated right. I just copy paste this from my assistant last time. I just saw this in the chat box. All right. So please translate it for me if it's mistranslated. All right. So consonant plus Y. All right. So you need to change Y to I and add ed. Please follow the guide in your mother tongue. When you say with this one, like this one, how about if it's a vowel? Vowel plus Y. If it's a vowel plus Y, what are the vowels? In English, we have 5 vowels, right? The vowels in English are the A, E, I, O, and U. All right. If it's vowel plus Y, like this one, see, vowel A and then Y, all you have to do is to add ed. Vowel O, Y, add ed. Vowel A, Y, add ed. All right. But if it's consonant and Y, change Y to I and add ed. You're familiar with this, Hong?
Yes.
Yes, you know these rules already, so no need to explain further. How about with this one? Rule number 4.
If a regular verb ends in a single vowel and a single consonant, double the consonant and add ed.
All right, so in here, sir, we have a vowel O and consonant P. So it says to double the consonant, double P and add ED. All right, okay. So the same with this one, vowel O, consonant P, double the consonant, add ED. Chop, chopped. Hop, hop, knit, knitted. All right. So now, this is the highlight of our lesson. I could see that you are struggling a bit in producing some of the sounds of ed. All right. The only thing that you need to remember, Hong, when we say regular verb, they are called regular for a reason. Regular, meaning habitually. All you have to do is to add ed, right? Just add ed on the end. So that's automatically an example of a regular verb or regular verbs. But the problem with this, or what makes this challenging, is the sound. All right. Because the sounds of ED, it has three. We have the first one, we have the, okay? We have the, we have ta, and we have id. All right, let's talk about the first one. The first one is the voiced sound. It says whenever, if the word is ending with a voiced sound, all right? So the sound of ed is the. So what do we mean by voice sound? What do we mean by that, Miss Cha? All right. The voice sounds in English, it involves a strong vibration and of the vocal cords. All right. So if you feel the vibration of the vocal cords in your throat in here, you can feel that there's a strong vibration. Clean, love, close, name, pool. You can feel that your throat is vibrating. So those are part of the voice sound. Hong, can you read the following in ED sound?
Uh,
Rubbed, rubbed,
Rock.
rubbed. Ah, you imagine, this one, the meaning, you imagine the ED is the. Look, take a look. Rubbed, judged, plugged, pulled. All right. Rubbed,
That.
mm,
Fat.
plugged, plugged,
Truck. Pool.
pulled, pulled,
Named. Cleaned.
banged,
Bend. Offered. Offered. Fed.
breathe, breathe,
Breathe. Breathe. Loved. Loved.
loved,
Crowd.
loved, and closed. All right. So words ending in a vowel sound, allow, play, show, try, use the sound D. Allowed, showed, played, tried. How about this? And voice. And voice, on the other hand, are the words that has less vibration of the vocal cords. The sounds that we make are close to the mouth. Watch, laugh, talk, kiss, ask. This time, the ed represent as the t sound. So it goes like this. Watched, laughed, talked. Can you read it for me, Hung? First example.
What? Laughed. Talk.
Talked. T.
Thought. Dropped.
Dropped. This one.
Missed.
Missed. Missed.
Bust.
Pushed. Pushed. All right. And the last one, if the words, this is the simplest one, Hong. If the words in t or the or t or d, want, end, the sound is id. Wanted, wanted, ended, needed, pleaded. All right. If it ends with t or t or d, the sound is id. Okay. So again, take note that the sounds of ed is three. Okay. Take a look at this one. I will give you an exercise. You're going to listen, and then you're going to tell Miss Cha what sound did you hear. Is that okay? Are you ready? Hung, ready?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to say Pat, Bad, or Astrid. Pat for the T sound, Bud for the sound, and Astrid for the id sound.
Walked. Walked.
Pack.
Visited.
Achieve.
Missed.
Bus.
Missed.
Bus.
Missed.
Missed.
Back.
Pat,
Stayed.
Bus.
Bud,
Continued.
Bus.
Bud,
Looked.
Back.
Recorded.
Bus.
Recorded.
listen.
Recorded.
Ends with D
Back.
or
Achieve.
Astrid. Ends with D or T, right? Id sound.
Ended.
Achieve.
Ended.
Achieve.
Astrid too.
Painted.
Pack.
Ends with T or D. It's always, always.
Painted.
Bus.
Painted.
Painted.
Pack. Pack.
Astrid.
Okay.
Astrid. C or D, right? T or D. Id sound. Recorded, ended, painted. This one.
Stopped.
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 Pack.
Mm.
Pack.
Traveled.
Hook.
Traveled.
What's your sound?
Hook.
Bud, right?
Traveled.
Traveled. Bud.
Copied.
This one.
Hook.
Copied.
Copied.
Hook.
This is Bud. Yeah, all right. Okay. Just remember when we talk about the sounds of ED, we have how many sounds, Hong, in ED?
3.
Three. What are those three?
Hook. Achieve.
All right. So Pat, Bad, Astrid. So you can easily remember that by remembering those names. The last challenge for you is this one. How about you tell me which words do they belong? I'll just give it a try. Reminded. Reminded. The first word we have reminded.
Reminded. Achieve.
Astrid. Next we have believed. Believed.
Hook.
Believed.
Hook.
Yeah, that is it, Pat? Believed.
No. Hook.
Bud. It's Bud. Bud. So we have believed. All right. How about this? Talked. Talked.
Pack.
Of course. We have ordered. Ordered.
Hook.
Bud. All right. Next, we have dressed. Dressed.
Pack.
Pat. Matched.
Pack.
Pat. How about this? Started.
T.
Astrid, right? Ends with T. Started. Recorded.
Achieve.
Astrid. Why? Because it ends with D. All right. Next, Screamed. Screamed.
Bud.
Screamed.
Bud.
Bud. It's bud. Bud. This one. Asked. Asked.
Pat.
Pat. Improved.
Bud.
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 Phoned.
Bud. Bud.
Painted.
Pat.
Mm.
Achie. Achie.
Astrid. Ends with T. Corrected.
Achie.
Astrid. It ends with T too. Past.
Bud.
Pat. All right, that's it. So that's how you differentiate the different sounds of ed. All right. So with this, let me just screenshot for you. Okay, I print screen this one because I will send you right after the class. Okay, so no need for me to explain more of it. It's like I just want you to have an idea. All right, because this is not the part in IELTS. This is additional implement. I mean, this is just additional information because I noticed whenever I ask you to read, you have some mispronounced words in the sounds of ed. All right. So anyway, with this one, I will give you this homework. This will be your homework, Hung. All you have to do is this is going to be for you to search on the internet. I'll be sending this to you as well. All you have to do is figure out, all right, the sounds of ED in different sounds, and then you're going to sort out the following words on the box. Roy?
Yes.
All right. And then take note that I will also be sending, all right, the advance, all right, the advanced vocabulary and questions that we are going to answer, all right, on the topic languages. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So sadly, the more I want to continue, but sadly, I need to leave the meeting because I have my next class. So that's going to be all for this evening. All right. So Tambiet and have a good night. Goodbye, Hung. See you again.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye. All right. I'll be sending you the copy.